Alright, so today I'm going to be showing how to install these Mudflaps from Temu. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just got them on there because they were cheaper. One thing to take note of, it does come with this little pry tool, but this pry tool doesn't work well for what we need. Alright, these things are labeled, so you can see there's right front RF, left front, right, left rear, and right rear. So the label is based on when you're sitting in the driver's seat and facing forward. So in this case, this is the passenger side, so this is the right, this should be the right front, okay? Assuming I'm saying it right, yeah, right front, okay? It has these little hooks that hook back here, okay? And then it has two spots for the little pegs. The thing is, it comes with these, okay? I'm not sure if we can reuse the original ones, but it does come with these, and these pegs, okay? So, yeah, it comes with 8, and these pegs, it looks like they screw into this. So they don't screw into the car, but they screw into these pegs. So I'm assuming you can't use the old ones, maybe they're too short, but these pegs, they screw in, and as you screw it in, it basically widens this and opens it. Okay, you might need an actual screwdriver to do this, but you can see as you tighten it, it opens this up, and that allows it to hold in place. I'm going to see if I can reuse the original pegs because I don't want to use these screw-in types, but we'll find out. Okay, anyways, first problem I noticed is the thickness of the sponger or pry tool is way too thick. So it's not one that's going to fit here. The way you actually get these out, if you, let me see if I can even show this. Let me zoom in. Okay, so if you look here, there's actually a little notch right there between the base and the top. So what we're doing is we actually need to pry that part out. So let me see if I can somehow get my phone camera in a good position for you guys to see this. Okay, I guess this works. Alright, so what we need to do is we actually have to pry in there. But if you look at this material, it's too thick. Like, yeah, it's way too thick. Maybe the fatter one is a little bit thinner. There's a spot in the bottom as well, but yeah, there's no way I'm getting that in there. So I actually have some better pry tools. You can see this one's a lot thinner. You could technically use like any thin metal tool, maybe even a knife, but you do want to be careful. Okay, so what you do is you get in between there. I don't know if it's even gonna focus enough for you guys to see that. Okay, so there you go. Come on, focus on that. I need it to focus so you guys can see. Okay, no, stay there, lock it. All right, so you can see we can get in that little gap, and then you basically want to just pry that out. So I'm gonna like twist this, and actually this one is, even this is a little thick, so I'm actually gonna use this one, okay, which is thinner, and I'm gonna get in that. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna show this. I guess I'll do the bottom one, but basically we're gonna get in there, and when you lift that out, it actually creates a gap there, and then you can swing the entire thing over. Okay, so you can swing the entire thing over and get the whole tool under there, hopefully. Okay, and once you get the whole thing, you can kind of wiggle and pull that out. Okay, so just like that, and you can see here. But so as you can see, yeah, this one is okay. It's not gonna focus because I locked the focus. Let me unlock it. So here you can see, yeah, this thing is much shorter, so it might not grip with this extra piece here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the other one out. It's all the way in the back there, so that's probably going to be a pain. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to record that back there. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. So it's all the way down there. Yeah, I might have to actually rotate the car's tire to make this a little easier. I'm assuming if I turn to the left, it will pull the tire out and I'll have more room. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, so it actually works if I turn it the other way. So I turn the steering wheel to the right, and then this pulled in, and now I kind of have more access to there, at least for recording. All right, so let's see here if I can show you guys this better now. Okay, I don't know if this will pop out down here once we pull these two pegs out, because I did drop a piece of paper in there when they were working on my side repeater camera issue. But let's go ahead and see. So this one, the notch, I can't tell from here. Oh yeah, this one, the notch is actually sideways. So you want to make sure to find where the notch is. And then we're gonna pry that up, try and get this tool in there. Come on. There we go, and we'll notch that and pull that out as well. But you can see how this one is designed. It has a thicker piece here, so I feel it would hold more secure if I can actually fit that in. Let's see, can we pull this out a little bit? Okay, maybe I should try. There's some gunk stuck under here. Give me a second. Can I? No, you can't reach back there from here. Okay, so I guess that paper that I dropped in there is just permanently stuck in there. Anyways, let's go ahead and try and get this mud flap in. We'll zoom out. Okay, so this is the right front. Okay, so we'll slide that in like that. Got to make sure these things line up here. Okay, from the angle I'm viewing at, it's hard to see. Okay, but basically it'll go in like that. So let's see. We'll see if we can reuse those little pokey, those pop things, because that will be ideal. Okay, so we'll slide that in and we hook that on there. Then we'll grab this guy, get that back in. Make sure that you're pushing down the base part only. Okay. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to use the screw-in ones, because I don't think this is gonna reach quite all the way. Is it? Actually. Okay, so we got it in, and we'll push this. Yeah, I guess it won't. Let's try using this tool to help push it down in all the way a bit better. And yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. So it looks like we do have to use the screw-in one, sadly. Keep those other pieces just in case you ever decide to return it to stock. But let's go ahead and put this in, I guess. Or was I just not lining it up right? I don't know. But here we go. Get that one. And then we'll get this one over here in as well. Okay, so it just goes like that. And then we basically just have to get the screw in. The only thing is you do have to make sure to hold it in place when you go ahead and do this. Okay. And it looks like you can even just hand tighten this, I guess. Once we get to the end, I guess we're gonna have to actually get a screwdriver or something. But it is going in. Okay, maybe I can use this. No, it's silly, they don't even come with the tool you need. So I am probably gonna have to go grab a screwdriver here, unless I can somehow reuse this pop tab one. Let me try now that everything's aligned. I guess we can't really reuse these ones on it, sadly. Unless it's just because this plastic is bent out slightly to make it more difficult, since it was already used once. But yeah, finding where the part to line it up is difficult. Okay, I think it's lined up, but will I be able to pop that in? No, not quite, sadly. Alright, so it's too bad they don't come with that. Let me get a screwdriver and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I got a screwdriver. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this all in. Alright, let's go ahead and get the second one in there as well. It looks like there's not much room to screw these in. This is a... Why'd they choose this design? Probably because it's cheaper, I don't know. Anyways, here we go. I got this really short screwdriver, but even then, I'm not going to have room to get the other one. So, how am I going to do this? Alright, let's try and screw this guy in first and see what happens. It looks like it's not even going in. Is it? I don't think it's going in. Wait, is this not a screw? These aren't even screws. They just made it look like a screw. So you just have to like shove it in and it will grip. It doesn't have anything to actually grip it, but you basically just shove it in there and it just expands it, okay? So don't do what I did. You just push it in really hard, just like that, okay? It looks like a screw, but it's not a screw. And removing that looks like it's probably gonna be a pain, because you can't unscrew it. You basically just shove this peg in there. So shove that in, okay? I guess that makes installation easy. So there we go. You can see it does have a little bit that sticks up here, kind of weird air pocket. Hopefully that's not going to reduce any range or anything for the most part. But there's that one. Let's go ahead and move to the other side, but here's what it looks like. Okay, I'll be back. Let's go to the driver's side. All right, we're on the driver's side. I'm going to turn the wheel so I have more access. So here you can see now we have more access. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. We have to get the little peg thingies out. The camera's in my way, sorry, so I don't know. Let's see. I mean, you get the idea by now, I hope. It's pretty simple, straightforward. We're just basically prying these tab thingies off and out. Okay. There we go. And we're gonna get the one back there out. The camera's in my way. Let me see if I move it over here. Okay. I don't know if you guys are able to see what you need, but there we go. Very simple. Pop those out. Grab this guy. Slide the, oops. You guys can't see, huh? Okay. Grab that. Slide this on. Line this up. Okay, this is probably one of the easier Mudflap installs. I did order another type of Mudflap from Temu as well, because when I was ordering them, they were randomly giving random discounts, and this one ended up being cheap. So I was like, let me try it so I can see what the difference is. The other style, I'll bring it out so you guys can see after I install this. But the reason I didn't use the other one is because the other one, the material is like solid plastic, and I don't know, I didn't want to like hit a speed bump and then it just tears out. This one, because it's floppy, I felt will do a better job of, like, if you go over a bump and it hits, it somehow scrapes on it. So anyways, we'll get this guy in. Again, you just got to shove that in there. Oh man, why is it so tough? Well, let's get the other one in then. There we go. Okay, why is this one not going in? I'm gonna try using this pry tool so I can flatten out the pressure force. There we go. Okay, that worked. And we'll try and push this in. Alright, so there we go. And you can see this one's like floppy, so if I hit a speed bump or something, at least it can bend. Although this stuff I don't think is designed to take some forces that way, but hopefully it will hold up well. Alright, let's go ahead and do the passenger rear and then the driver rear. Alright, let's go. Alright, for the rear tire, some people will probably get confused and put it there, but it has to go here because you don't want it to kick up mud and dirt. Okay, so on the pictures on the website, they actually show a picture saying don't put it on that side. Right? But obviously some people aren't gonna really pay attention to the stuff and they're just gonna put it wherever. Alright, anyways, this is going to be the right rear. Okay, we gotta pop these out again. Same idea, except this tire you can't move, so we're basically stuck with it in our face. Okay, get this out. Okay, it helps to have decent pry tools. Okay, having this. Actually got this as a birthday present, I think several years ago from my best friend, so came in handy. Alright, get in here. It's hard to get in this one, I can't see back there. Oh my goodness. Let's see. It's hard to get back there, especially with this camera in my way. So, I don't know. You guys are probably going to just be getting a blurry view right now. I don't know. If you only had that orange tool, I don't know how you would do this. But, yeah. Alright. Let's see here. Let me get that guy out. Come on. Come on, get out. I think if you have the metal version of I think it came with one. I don't know what I did with it. But that would probably make this a little bit easier. Get in. There we go. Oops, sorry, it's like we weren't even able to see. Anyways, you get the idea. I did multiple of these already. We got the right rear side now. Okay, and on this one, does it have room to hook there as well? Okay, so it also hooks on like that. Let's see, let me move the camera back a little bit. So it can hook in there, but it's going to be a little tricky because they have this fabric thingy there. So let's see, how am I gonna do this? Get the top in, and then I think it's easier to get the top one in and then the back, but it would help if you can kind of like open this up a little bit. I don't know if that is doing anything. Yeah, this one's tough. Maybe I'm gonna start it up here. Okay, I started it all the way up here, actually higher up there, and then I'm gonna slide it down because starting it from the bottom, it's like way too tough. So where's the hole starting? All the way down here? Oh my goodness. Okay, so get that lined up. Now we just got to get those little pegs in. Yeah, this one is kind of a pain. All right, the rear ones are kind of a pain. Which I guess the rear ones aren't as important because it's not splattering on your car, it's splattering on other people. So anyways, we'll get that peg in, and let's get the other one. I'm not sure how you would get these out because there's not much room to work in here. Alright, so we got that in. Alright, we got the things holding it in place. So we're gonna hold this down and then we're gonna push on this and get that in. I'm gonna have to use the pry tool again so I can use my whole palm to push that. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get the other one in here into place. Okay, and then make sure that you hold that down tight against there as you push this fake screw into place. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use this again. This part's very flexy, so there we go. Okay, and it's holding itself. All right, so let's take a look from further back. That's what that mud flap looks like. You can see the other mud flap over there. Okay, and now let's go take care of the driver's side mud flap. Alright, here's the driver's side. I don't know if flash does anything. Nope. Okay. So let's go ahead and try and get this thing in. So let's see here. Same thing, prying this stuff out. Get in there. Pry it. These things are tough to remove. Okay, get that in. Come on. There we go. And the one all the way back there. Shoot, how am I gonna get in there? Come on. Oh, there we go. Huh, that one popped out without completely disengaging. Anyways, there we go. Now we got the last one, the left rear. Okay, again, let's see, maybe I should zoom out more so you guys can see, or pull this back here. Okay, so again, I'm gonna start it further up here so that I can wrap these hooks around there. Just like that. And then, now that it's hooked in, we can slide this down and find the screw hole mount, or not the screw hole, whatever those things are called. Okay, let's rotate this down a little so you can see. And can I adjust the focus? There we go. Okay, and now we just gotta line these pegs up. Make sure you find, I can't see here to see where the holes are. Okay, there we go. I can see where it is here. Okay, one. And this one, where is it? Okay, there we go. All right, so same thing, hold this in place to keep it lined up and then push that in. All right, very simple, hold this in. And while you're holding that in, we're gonna push this in. So I'm gonna put that in slightly, hold that in place, and then there we go. All right, so that one's tough again. I do have to use this with my palm to push that in. All right. Come on. There's not much room in here, but there we go. All right, and that's pretty much it. Let me show you a walk around. Unlock the focus. Okay, so we have the rear one. Okay. We have the rear, or the passenger front. Like that. And I'm gonna have to test it. We don't get much rain here, but I'll test it when there's rain. Got this one here. And we got the last one on the driver's side, rear. I'm gonna show you the other mud covers or mud flaps that I got that I ended up not using. So let me go grab those and I'll be back. All right, so here are the other mud flaps that I have. You can see this is the right rear, and you can see it's shaped like this. Basically, this would attach. Wait, how would this attach? Oh, okay, so this would attach also like this. It has that hook, so it would go up like this. But again, this is just like a hard molded plastic. I don't think that's a good idea for mud flaps. You're gonna hit something and it's gonna pull and rip this thing out this way, as opposed to this one. You can see it's floppy, so if you hit something, you're okay. This one, if you hit something, you're gonna have some issues. Yeah, so I don't think that was a good idea. I don't know if I can return this or not. We'll see. Let's see what the bolt, same exact design with the little fake screws. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't recommend this design, but they might have rubber versions of this, so based off the just like the look of it, don't assume that it's a hard plastic. You might want to look close and see if you can tell. But yeah, I don't recommend this hard plastic one. I think once you go over a bump, I've had times where my car scrapes on the bottom, so if I had this, it would probably rip these out. But that's pretty much it. Hope this video helped you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Alright, so I did a few drives, and as you can see, I was able to get 205 watt-hours per mile. That's driving about 55 on the freeway, highway, with no AC, nothing, and it is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. So I need to do some longer drives to know for sure. I'll probably do one. I gotta do like a 100-mile like road trip soon, or drive to my parents' house. So we'll see how the numbers hold up. I'll try and drive 55. And yeah, because as you can see, this was my long road trip, or starting at my long road trip to Florida. I need to actually upload those videos. There's too much stuff going on. But 249 watt hours per mile, and that was with a lot of the beginning of the trip going around 55 miles an hour, and then the last like 1,000 something miles I went like 80 something, because Texas speed limits, and also I was like trying to get home quicker. So yeah, I think at 80 something I was getting around 360 to 380 watt hours per mile, so it averaged out with the slow driving to that, plus all the city driving I've been doing recently. Alright, anyways, we'll see when I do that long road trip, and yeah, it'll all be in one video. So coming up, I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I use this Mudflaps for quite some time now. You can see it does scrape when I go up and down the curb, but yeah, because my curb is a little bit high, so when I go down the curb I hear like a and it's kind of scary sounding, but here you can see it is getting worn a little bit, but not bad. Okay, alright, not bad. I didn't wash my car beforehand, so there's some splatter there, but yeah. Alright, and here you can see the wear there. As for the efficiency, it's hard to tell because sometimes I'll get more efficiency randomly and less. Like somehow driving back from like Santa Clara, Saratoga-ish, 20 miles or so, I was getting like 170, 180 watt hours per mile, which is really good. I don't know how that worked. But then on my trip to Sacramento and back, I was getting like 220, 230 watt hours per mile. And that's kind of high because when I did my road trip to Florida, Texas, I was getting, like if I was driving 55, I was getting about 211 to 215. So it's hard to say because the weather's always changing, things always change. But in terms of efficiency, I'd say seems very similar, if at most maybe 5% plus minus ish. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Sometimes I saw like 5% higher, sometimes 5% lower. It's weird, but anyways, that's it. I guess I'll find out more as I keep driving with it. But I would think it would make it less efficient, but I don't know, some stuff I saw said it makes the car more efficient, some said it makes it less efficient. But I would think since it's shooting stuff at this, and then instead of it just flying back, it's pushing the car backwards, I would assume it would make it less efficient. But that's it. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.